Hi there. What do you suppose the little girl on the left of this screen has to do with the transformational technology on the right? Well, let me tell you. My name is Karen Sorber. I'm the CEO and majority owner of Micronic Technologies. In 2007, I met this little girl on a humanitarian visit to Peru. I was devastated by the extent of the issues of not having access to clean water, and learning later there's so many countries that suffer this way. I knew I wanted to do something about it my way, didn't know when or how, but a year later I married a man with 21 patents in his name and an idea about desalination. And so we got on the horse of Micronic Technology and have been writing it for years, and we're finally going to market next year with 9 patents in our saddle. What is the situation with industry's water and wastewater? They are under compliance issues. They have permits they have to pull, they have oversight by inspectors at the local and state and federal level. It costs them a tremendous amount of money to be compliant. Oftentimes, industries are shut down because they're not. Why is this required? It's because we need to be able to reduce the impact we have on the environment, to save fish kills, and also downstream, the effluent goes into our drinking water plants. So the environment needs to be taken care of. We've got the compliance, but it costs a lot of money. So let's look at the numbers. It turns out that 69% of U.S. industry doesn't reuse their water. That's a huge supply of water that could be enable various aspects of need. 80% worldwide waste their water. So what are they doing? Industry, especially the leaders in industry, are going to what's called ZLD, zero liquid discharge, where on the back end they're able to reuse 100% of their water. We can help that happen. MicroEvap, our technology, can get over 99% of the contaminants out of the water, certainly salts and many other chemicals, solids, dissolved solids, bacteria, nano waste, pharmaceuticals. We can get it out of the water very, very high rates, 99% most of the time. And we have a throughput of clean water of 95% or more. And our next pilot is going to demonstrate actual ZLD. Really cool thing is that we're below 50% cost. So what's our sweet spot? We have 2. One is to enable clean water to come back into the company for them to reuse in manufacturing or cleaning their equipment. And the other is resource recovery, because we're going to have a very small amount of brine. That small amount is easier to recover the valuable resources like nano waste, phosphorus, gold, silver, rare earths. Those are valuable resources that are economically positive to a company. So they can get those resources back and they can reuse all their water. It's a wonderful opportunity for us to make a difference. What is our value proposition? Our value proposition is not only helping the environment and the ecosystem, but it's really as an industry, because they're always looking at the money. It reduces the cost of capital expenses and operating expenses by as much as 30%. How do we know that? Grande Cheese. Grande Cheese is our first adopter. Grande has done an economic analysis of our technology cost projected and several other evaporators where they receive the cost estimates. They've given us resources for engineering a food grade system and have committed to a pilot once our other partner, EPA, up in Cincinnati, does some testing. So what do our markets look like? Turns out that the ZLD market from a variety of industries is around 8.1 billion by 2025, and it's growing at 8.3%. I don't think that's going down, not in the condition we are with water. And 95 cheese plants around the country are our targets for early sales and lead development. So where does that leave us? It leaves us with a transformational technology that at the source we can clean water so that the effluents coming out of companies and other point sources will not impact the tributaries like they are now, which ultimately go to the oceans and cause issues there, and certainly impacts our drinking water intake. So I'd like to be able to make a difference, go back to Peru, find this little girl, and maybe help their village. Now I've got a video short for you that actually shows you the pilot being worked on by our staff in a retrofit project, and I want you to see it. Thank you for your time. So this is the Micro Evap ME1A. We're working on the pilot right now doing retrofit, and got the control systems, doing some troubleshooting. Okay then, I just wanted to let you see what it was like in the shop.